Hi, welcome to Carver County Library's virtual story time. Thanks for joining me this evening. I'm Jennifer, and we can share some songs and stories with you. We have lots of things going on now with our summer reading program that goes June 1st to August 15th. And I want to share some of the things. We have virtual story times like you're watching. We also have virtual performers. So today was our first virtual performer that you can watch all week on Facebook. So the Bakken Museum, War of the Currents, is our first virtual performer. At the end of the week, we'll delete it, and then there'll be a new performer for you to watch next week. We also have curbside make and take crafts. The first one will be available this week, and so check our website at www.carverlib.org. That's www.carverlib.org. Find out the dates and times for curbside pickup at your library branch, and then go and get the different craft activities that will be available. And this is our first one. We also have our summer reading program activities. You may remember this from previous years. It's online, so you can go online and do all this online. But if you prefer paper forms, you can pick them up curbside, and then you can also return them curbside too. And so you can do 5 activities, including one that is watch a virtual program on Carver County Live Facebook. Hey, you're already doing that tonight. You can mark that off, and you're partway toward your prize. And we want to reward reading with reading. So when you do 5 of these activities, turn it in either online or at curbside, and then you win a prize book. All right, I want to share our story with you tonight. So let's start with our welcome song, and we'll say, "Come on in, it's story time, story time, story time. Come on in, it's story time. We're happy that you're here." I'm going to have my friend Ruby help us introduce the letter for today. Ruby, will you come help? Oh, thanks for coming and helping with our letter of the day. Can you wave to our friends? Our letter of the day is F. We have F, it sounds like F for Facebook, F for friends. Oh, here's something special for Ruby, F for fur. Well, I know an animal that our story is about tonight that starts with the letter F. Do you know what that is? Frog. Can you ribbit like a frog? Ribbit, ribbit. Our story tonight is going to be about a wide-mouthed frog. Can you wave goodbye? Thanks for sharing the letter with our friends. Well, tonight I'm going to tell you the story, and we're going to share it together. It's about a wide-mouthed frog. Can you show me how wide you think that frog's mouth might be? Like this big? Oh no, his mouth was much wider. Can you show me a bigger mouth? That big? This was a wide-mouthed frog. Can you show me as big as possible? Wide-mouthed frog. Yeah, that big. Well, once there was a frog who lived near a river, and he had a wide mouth. He was very proud of his mouth, and he would spend all day looking at his reflection in the water. Pretty soon, he thought he was better than other frogs, and he thought he was too good to eat regular frog food. What do you think frogs regularly eat? What's normal things that frogs eat? Bugs? Flies? Mosquitoes? Yeah, that's what this frog used to eat. But then he decided he was too good for bugs and flies. But he didn't know what else to eat. So he decided he would go ask other people what he should eat. So he hopped on top of a rock and he said, I'm a wide-mouthed frog and I'm as hungry as I can be. I'm looking for something to eat that's good enough for me. What should I eat? And he heard, hoo, hoo. Oh, thanks for asking. I'll tell you who I am. I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I'm as hungry as I can be. I'm looking for something to eat that's good enough for me. What should I eat? Ooh, ooh. I just told you who I am. All right, one more time. I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I'm as hungry as I can be. I'm looking for something to eat that's good enough for me. What do you think I should eat? Ooh, ooh. Oh, no! Can you help me? Maybe if we say this together, it will be better. I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I'm as hungry as I can be. I'm looking for something to eat that's good enough for me. What should I eat? And just then, an owl flew in and said, I know you're a frog. I'm an owl. That's who. And my favorite food to eat is a mouse. Oh, yuck! No. Would you eat a mouse? Would you eat a mouse with ketchup on it? Not me. What? You had a mouse for dinner tonight? Oh, no. I'm not going to eat a mouse. It's not good enough for me. Well, who are you to judge my favorite food? If it's not good enough for you, go ask someone else. And that's what Frog did. He hopped off to find someone else to ask. And he's looking around, and he sees a rabbit. I bet you know what he's going to say to Rabbit. He says, I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I'm as hungry as I can be. I'm looking for something to eat that's good enough for me. What's your favorite food, Rabbit? And that rabbit just nibbled the grass. Rabbit, what's your favorite food? And that rabbit just kept nibbling the grass. Well, said Frog, it looks like your favorite food is a blade of grass. I think I'll try one. And Frog put the grass in his mouth. Oh. Kind of boring. He needs some dressing like maybe Thousand Island or ranch or ketchup. I don't think this food is good enough for me. I'm gonna go find someone else to ask. And so he hopped off to find someone else to ask. And he found Bear. And he said, I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I'm as hungry as I can be. I'm looking for something to eat that's good enough for me. What's your favorite food, Bear? Well, Bear was busy eating something, and he had something all sticky on his fur and his face, and he wasn't listening to Frog at all, or all the bees that were buzzing around, going bzzz. So Frog said again, I'm a wide-mouthed frog, and I'm as hungry as I can be. I'm looking for something to eat that's good enough for me. What's your favorite food, Bear? And Bear just kept eating and eating, and finally said, honey. Oh, that looks so good, Bear. Will you share? And so Frog tried some honey. This is delicious. This is good enough for me. And he started scooping up all the honey and eating more and more. Oh, this is delicious, but it sticks my mouth together. Oh, I'm a wide-mouthed frog. I can't eat food that makes my mouth look small. Oh, this is not good enough for me. And the bear said, well, if you want to know what wide-mouthed animals should eat, you should ask alligator. Alligator has the widest mouth I've ever seen. Oh, that's a good idea, Bear. I'll ask alligator, but I'm sure my mouth is wider. And so Frog went off to find alligator. And he hopped off down by the river and he said, alligator, alligator, I'm a wide-mouthed frog and I'm as hungry as I can be. I'm looking for something to eat that's good enough for me. What's your favorite food? And out of the water came alligator. And alligator said, what? I can't hear you. Can you come a little closer? So Frog hopped closer to the bank and he said, I'm a wide-mouthed frog and I'm as hungry as I can be. I'm looking for something to eat that's good enough for me. What's your favorite food? And alligator said, well, there's a special food just for wide-mouthed animals, but it's a secret. Oh, I want the special food for wide-mouthed animals. I can keep a secret. I promise, I promise. And alligator said, come closer so I can whisper it to you. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Tell me what the secret special food is. And alligator said, my favorite food is wide-mouthed frogs. And Frog leaped back. Oh, well, you can see I'm a small-mouthed frog. And he hopped away as quickly as he could. And all of a sudden he was very hungry for flies and bugs. And they were good enough for him. And that's one version of the story about the wide-mouthed frog. And the great thing about folk tales is there's a lot of versions and you could make your own. Like, what would happen if that frog had gone to the zoo? Could you imagine? Or what if the frog asked dinosaurs what their favorite food was? It's a fun thing around a campfire or in the car or with picky eaters around the dining room table to have one person be the frog and everyone else gets to be a different animal. They can pick their animal, they can pick their favorite food, and you go around and the frog keeps asking everyone what he should eat. And you know what happens at the end. And so that's a fun way to retell the story and be creative and think of other animals that Frog can go and ask. Well, you might remember an old rhyme about 5 little monkeys teasing Mr. Crocodile. Well, I have a rhyme today about 5 wide-mouthed frogs teasing Mr. Alligator. All right, have your 5 frogs ready. 5 wide-mouthed frogs hopping by the river, teasing Mr. Alligator. Can't catch me, can't catch me. Along came Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be. Oh, one smallmouth frog hopped away. 4 wide-mouthed frogs hopping by the river, teasing Mr. Alligator. Can't catch me, can't catch me. Along swam Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be. Oh, one smallmouth frog hopped away. 3 wide-mouthed frogs hopping by the river, teasing Mr. Alligator. Can't catch me, can't catch me. Along came Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be. Ooh, one smallmouth frog hopped away. 1 smallmouth frog hopping by the river, teasing Mr. Alligator. Can't catch me, can't catch me. Along swam Mr. Alligator, quiet as can be. Ooh, 1 wide-mouthed frog hopped away. Well, that was our story tonight of the wide-mouthed frog. I hope you share that story and you create lots of different animals that frog goes and talks to and asks. Remember, you can start picking up this week's craft at curbside pickup. Different locations have different days and times for curbside pickup, so check on the website first to see the days and times of curbside at different locations and pick up this craft. You can also pick up these forms if you prefer to do the reading activities on paper. You can pick them up curbside on paper. All of this is also available online at carverlib.org, and you can do everything through Beanstack online. And you've completed your first activity of participating in a virtual story time, so you're partway toward your book prize. All right, we're going to do our goodbye song now. Now it's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for joining me for Storytime Live.